Hello and welcome back. I'm FH Coding, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Numpy. And you might be wondering what Numpy is. Well, Numpy is a Python library which works with lists and has many special functions for lists. In this video, we're going to be running all of our code on Google Collab, which is an online code editor. And you don't have to download anything. So, in order to get to Google Collab, first just go to a new tab and search up Google Collab. And now just press enter, and the first link here, collab.research.google.com. So when you first open up Google Collab, you see this page. In the background, you can see some concepts like data science and machine learning, but I would suggest that if you are a beginner, learn the basics of Python and then dip your feet into those topics. But anyway, on this interface, it has example notebooks, your recent notebooks, notebooks from your Google Drive, notebooks from GitHub, and you can also upload any files that you have on your device. But I'm gonna create a new notebook, and you can see that right down here. And also, in order to access Google Collab, you're gonna need a Google account. First, I'm just gonna change the name of this file to Numpy. And in Collab, there are these code cells, and you can add a code cell, you can add a text cell, and you can type stuff if you want to explain, like the cells below are code cells. You can just type stuff like that. You can also add images, pictures, and a bunch of stuff. And like I said before, Numpy is a Python library, and it's used for working with lists. And if we want to use Numpy, we have to install Numpy into our program. And to do this, we use the Python package manager, pip. I have a video about pip on my channel, so if you're interested, I will leave a link down in the description below. In order to install the Numpy library, we have to do !pip install numpy !upgrade and !quiet. And now press this run button over here, and it seems like it has done that. So now let's import the numpy module. We can just do it like this. Import numpy as np. So now let's run this, and it looks like that has run. I'm just gonna add some more code cells. Okay, so we can now use the numpy.array function to create numpy arrays. So let's say we have filled with car prices when you first bought them. So I'll just do this. I'll call this initial price, and then equals np.array. Then you do square brackets, and let's say in this we have the initial price of 3 cars, 20,000, 90,000, and 30,000. So now if you want, we can print initial price, and we get our array. If you want, you can also just write initial price, run this, and you get basically the same output. Now let's create another array. I'll call this val loss. Let's say val loss is the percent that the car's value decreases each year. And for this scenario, let's just say each of the cars have a different percentage. np.array 10%, 2%, and 35%. And just like this, we can just do val loss. Let's run this, and we get this. And numpy arrays have the type nd array, so we can just use the type function, type initial price, and type val loss. So let's run this, and we'll get a numpy.nd array. Also, if you see up here, import numpy as np. So if you see over here, np.array, if we didn't have as np, this would still work, except we would have to change all the nps to numpy. We just change it to np because we don't want to type that much. And just like lists, arrays also support the indexing notation. So we can just do initial price 1, and we'll get 90,000. So now that we have our two arrays, initial price and val loss, let's try calculating how much each car loses its value. So I'm gonna do array 1 equals initial price times val loss, and now array 1. Alright, so we get this 2,000, 1,800, and 10,500. So this first value, 2,000, that number is how much the value of the first car decreases. And the same is for the other numbers. So now let's try printing out the total value of the cars after each year goes by. Array 1 is equal to initial price minus array 1. And now let's try printing out array 1. And now we get the values of the cars after each year has gone by. And this is what makes NumPy so great to use, because you couldn't have done all of these operations in Python without this library. You can't just do these operations like that. You need this library, and that's why it's so cool. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.